Search engine optimization. Is that something that your homestead business actually needs? Or is it just a term that you hear thrown around and think that you need? Today, let's talk about SEO. SEO, or search engine optimization, is the process of optimizing a website so that it's easier to be found in search engines. And there's a couple reasons that you'd want to do this. First, it can get you more traffic, and ideally that traffic would become more business. And second, it makes it easier for search engines to rank your content or have you show up for those terms that you deem that are important. When we talk about search engine optimization, normally that relates to the use of keywords that are on your pages. This helps direct the search engine so that they know what this particular page is about. For example, if you have a page on your website that's about homesteading, then you would tend to use the word homesteading more on that page. But it's not just about the number of times that your word appears on the page. There are other factors such as other sites linking to you that help increase your ranking and show that that content that's on your page is actually of value. So when we're talking about search engine optimization, we're generally talking about optimizing your website so that it has the right balance of keywords and then incoming links where people are linking to you. So the basics of it is just having the keywords that you want that page to rank for in the right spaces, and then going out and sharing that content and getting other websites to link back to you going, hey, this was really good, why don't you go check out their page? So in general, search engine optimization can take a very long time. You could spend 6 months or more trying to get different aspects of your website to even rank, and they might not rank at all. The algorithms are constantly changing in the way that things rank. So you could spend a lot of time and energy into search engine optimization and you might not get anywhere. So the question is, does search engine optimization even matter for your homestead business? And in most cases, if you're just targeting a local audience, yeah, it'll matter a little bit, but not something that you should be spending a lot of time or money on. Versus you should spend more time and energy creating local connections and seeing if you can get other websites that are local to you to link back to yours. And that'll help you build authority with your local area rather than trying to rank for a generic term. The odds of your small business website ranking for the term homestead business or homesteading is very small compared to a much larger group or a conference that already has thousands and thousands of followers. So it's much easier for you to focus on gathering traffic locally that's probably going to be more effective for you anyway. So when you're trying to focus on doing search engine optimization, there's a couple different ways to do it. You have the big format, keywords and things like that, where you're after traffic that's all over the place, all over the globe or all over the United States. And in that term, you're trying to find very long tail keywords. You're probably not going to rank for homesteading, but you could rank for how to run a homestead business selling goat's milk. It's a long tail keyword. There's lots of pieces in there, but that you're more likely to rank for because then you can become the authority for this long term of how to run a business selling goat's milk. Versus when you do the small term, you're up against a large audience that everyone is vying for attention for those keywords. And in general, the larger the blog is probably going to win because they have more time and more energy that they can put into that and keep pushing out content for that keyword. So if you're going to focus on keyword ranking or ranking all over the place, then you want to focus on long tail keywords that can get you the traffic and make sure you do a little research and see if that long tail keyword is even being used. And then from there, make sure you write lots and lots of good content that people enjoy about that long tail keyword. Now, if your focus is instead on getting local traffic, let's say you have a local little farm and you need people to come by and buy your eggs or produce, you're going to be better off by focusing on local SEO. And the easiest way to rank locally is to get map pack citations. And so you can get them with things like your Google My Business or Google Business Places. and make sure you have a listing there, and then your Bing places and make sure you have a listing there. And there's a lot of other small directories that you can add your business into, and then that'll help you show up better in the local searches where somebody's going, I need goat's milk in my city, and they're searching for that. That'll give you a better chance of showing up locally. So the key is there, you want to have the right keywords and lots of local listings to help you show up when people search for those same keywords in the local location. So now, based on what I've discussed already, what I would recommend for most small businesses and homestead businesses is to focus only a little bit on SEO. On average, most of your traffic is going to come from local, and you'll actually see probably a lot more of it from things like social media or other business postings that you list elsewhere, versus trying to fight for spaces in a search engine. Now, if it's got a local listing that you're trying to get in the map pack, definitely focus on that and get all the key basics in place. But once you do, don't focus all your energy or money on search engine optimization when you could better focus it on running key targeted ads to those that are already maybe interested or searching for your product or service. You can use a small amount of ad dollars and actually reach out into like a Facebook account and touch somebody versus spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars trying to get your website to rank for a search term that they may or may not be searching for at that particular time. No matter what you do with search engine optimization, you want to make sure that you're writing for your audience. Don't focus on writing content just for the search engine, because the search engine isn't looking for content for itself. It's trying to find the best content that answers the question or query that the original searcher had. So you want to make sure that you're writing to the questions that people are asking your business, and then using that content and sharing out all the details of why this product or that product is what you use, or why you do what you do, and explaining in detail how that works. The more knowledge that you share, the stronger your content is going to be, and the stronger your ability to get people who are interested in what you're doing. The search engines are not out to get traffic for themselves, so you need to always be focused on writing for your audience and what they need from you. Now, as you go about optimizing your website for the search engines, there's a few places that you need to focus on. You need to make sure that the headings have your keywords in them that you're trying to target. So going back to my original example, if you're teaching people how to run a homestead business selling goat's milk, then you need to have a heading on that page that refers to a homestead business and selling goat's milk. You also need to have that in your content that you're writing. You can't go off on a tangent and say, well, this page is about homestead businesses for goat milk, and instead go, well, the latest craze in homesteading is all about chicken eggs. If those two things are on the same page, then the page isn't going to rank at all. You need to focus on one topic per page, and then make sure that that's reflected in headings, the content of the page, and the title that you give the page, so that when it's viewed by the search engine can clearly understand what it's about. And that should also show up in your photos. The description and, in fact, the images themselves are now pretty much able to be read by most search engines. And so they're going to look at that as content as well. And if your photos have nothing to do with what you're talking about on the page, then it makes it really hard for that page to rank, because the search engine doesn't know where to put it. So make sure that when you're going and designing a page and optimizing for search engines, that you are optimizing in all the right places. You need to in your headings, in your body content, and in the images, so that it understands what this page is all about. Hopefully I was able to give you some good tips on search engine optimization and getting your homestead business out there, whether you want to be optimized for the local map pack or whether you're trying to optimize for articles that are shared all over the world. And if you really liked this video, hit the like button, or if you want more tips like this in the future, hit subscribe.